Hey, is Brandon there?
Who's calling?
My name's RJ Bates. I was calling about your property at 208 Congress Street. You had entered in our website saying you were looking to sell that property. Are you still looking to sell?
Yeah, I'd like to sell that property, and I have two others that I'm selling as well.
Excellent. Okay. Specifically, the one at 208 Congress. How much are you looking to get for that one?
If it's a cash deal, 105.
Okay. And is that property tenant occupied, owner occupied, vacant? What's going on with it?
3 units, tenant occupied, fully occupied right now.
Okay. And what's the monthly rent on that?
That comes out to, I'm going by memory here. Hold on, I got about 2,200 a month.
And then those tenants, they're good, they're paying, they're up to date, no funny business going on there.
No, those are good tenants. I'm very, very picky about who I rent to. I do a criminal background check on folks, and I also do a background check that indicates if they've had any civil complaints in the state of Pennsylvania. So all my tenants, I'd rather leave a place sit vacant for 3 or 4 months. In fact, I have until I found the right tenant before. So
I see. All right. That's a pretty awesome looking property there. What was the last time like some remodeling was done to it? What's the condition like on the inside?
Well, I've got long-term tenants, so, I haven't gone in and actually done any type of remodeling. Every time somebody leaves, I go in and, fix anything that might need fixed. But right now it doesn't need anything. I did put, let's see, one, two, well, all the bathrooms I redid about 7 or 8 years ago, maybe 10 years ago. I did all the bathrooms. And let's see, I'm just trying to remember. It's been, since I did remodeling, it's probably been 8 or 9, 10 years on them. But, I paint them and keep them looking nice.
Okay. All right. So definitely interested in that. What's the next one?
What might be easier is I have an entire list of all the properties with photographs. If you'd like me to email them to you, it might be easier that way.
So I just don't want to get off the phone because I'm like super interested. So is there any way you can send it? We stay on the phone?
Yeah, I gotta get over to my computer real quick. I was in the other part of the house. You got to give me a couple minutes. But
that's okay. I see the pictures on Congress Street. I saw the ones on Zillow. It looks like you've done obviously some exterior paint to it, and I see what that looks like. And I think I'm good to go on that one. How many other properties did you say you were interested in selling?
I have 2 other properties. One's a single family and the other's a duplex.
All right, duplex. What's the price you want on that one?
If it's a cash deal, 65.
Okay, 65. And how much is that rented for?
I get, say, $14.50 a month. It's just under 15. I don't remember the exact. It's like just under 1,500 a month.
Okay. And then the single family, is that tenant occupied as well?
Yeah, that's tenant occupied. I'm putting a new tenant in there at the beginning of actually April. That's $850 a month on that.
$850, and how much do you want for that one?
The single family, I think it was 45 that I had it for. I got to look at my list.
Okay.
I think it's 45 I was going for in that.
All right. So I get what's my buy 2 get 1 free discount?
You give me a deal that I can't refuse. It's reasonable. We'll work it out. Cash deal. I want to sell them because we want to get out of the tundra, man. It snows here. It's too cold. I'm sick of the snow. And we want to go south. So that's really my only reason for selling them.
I see.
They're owned outright. I've got no mortgage on them. The one thing is that I'm requiring any buyer to go through my real estate agent. She's charging me 3% if I bring her the buyer, and I will pick up the realtor costs if the buyer is willing to pick up the other costs.
Okay. I mean, I don't have a problem with that whatsoever.
Well, it's important I tell you that because I've had other people. I've tried to put a deal together, and the second my agent has sent them over the seller/buyer agreement, it's been crickets, man. You know, they don't want to commit and send in a deposit or anything like that. So I just want to be upfront and forward on what experience I've had dealing with other people.
I see.
And that's why I'm, you know, I had somebody send me over an agreement, and I looked it over, and I'm like, ugh. I sent it to my attorney, and he looked it over, and he's like, nope, don't use this agreement. So, you know.
Okay,
so
you want to use your own agreement, okay, and then you want to use your realtor, right?
Well, the agreement is basically going to be the standard,
right?
The standard agreement that she uses here in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yep, and that's it. And she'll, you know, she has a title company and all of that. You know, I don't know if you have a title company you guys work with. That would be something that you would work out with her, not me. You know. That's
fine. We can use your title company. Let me ask you, because are you only wanting a cash transaction, or would you be interested in seller financing?
No, I don't want to carry a mortgage.
Okay, so you just want cash. All right.
I'd rather just sell it. Yeah.
Would you be willing to do 185 if I take all three of them?
I gotta think about that for a second, okay? Let me just see what we're talking about here.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Okay.
So my price combined was $220 for all three of them. I think that's the number I gave you.
I added it up to 215.
215. My math might have been wrong.
Right.
So, and you're saying what? How much did you say?
I'm saying 185. I'm okay with the 65 on the duplex. I wanted to do 30 on the single family, and I want to do 90 on the triplex.
The single family, I've just this week, actually today, I was right in the middle of building a new front porch on it.
Okay.
And I'm going to be finishing that up this week, and so I just put that on. In the pictures, you can see it needs a new. Well, you haven't looked at the pictures, but it does need a new front porch. So I have to recoup my investment on that porch.
Okay.
So I'd say 35.
Okay.
I would be good.
So
I would be good at that.
35 on the single family. Okay.
Yeah.
And then on the duplex, I was good at 65, which was your price. So we're good there.
Yeah.
And then on the triplex, I wanted 90.
That's $20,000.
I had you at 105. Is that not the number you said?
Nah. Did I say 105 or 110?
You said 105 if it was a cash deal.
105. I could do 93 on that.
Okay, 93. So altogether, 93, 65, and 35.
Yes.
Okay. But you want your realtor to write up the contract, right?
Yep, and I'll pick up paying her fees. She'll write up the contract, send it to you. My wife is also on the deed, so of course my wife would be signing as well.
Okay.
And typically, do you usually pick up the other fees, or how do you like to do that?
Yeah, so I cover all the closing costs minus your prorated taxes and minus your realtor commissions.
Yep, that's not an issue.
Yep.
Not a problem at all. Now, are you familiar with the area that I live in?
I mean, roughly. I mean, I'm from Texas, so yes and no. I mean, I'm familiar enough with it from a real estate standpoint. Yes, sir.
What part of Texas are you in?
I'm in Fort Worth, Texas.
Yeah, my son, he lives in Houston. He moved out there a few years ago. His wife works as a cop at Houston PD, and he keeps sending me messages when it's 25 degrees here. He's like, "Yep, 80 degrees and beautiful here."
Well, you said you wanted to move south. Where do you want to move to?
But we might move to Texas.
Hey,
we don't know yet.
if you move to Texas, I own a brokerage here, and so we can help you find properties down here, and we can be your licensed realtor here to help you find whatever it is you're looking for.
Well, that would be something that we can entertain. I definitely, among these 3 properties I just talked about, I have a commercial building with 3 commercial spots and 3 residential apartments. And I have some work to do on that before I'm selling that. I have to do a total renovation to one of the commercial spots and put some windows in. And then I have another property. See, I've been buying and flipping properties over the last 7 or 8 years. I've bought and sold a lot of properties in this area.
There you go. I've been doing this for 7, 8 years myself. I started in late 2014, and I went full-time January 1st of 2015.
Good deal, man. I'm glad to hear that that's working for you then.
Yeah, man. This is my passion. That's why I'm still doing this at 6:15 at night, This is the time that you get people on the phone and you're able to make win-win situations, So
Well, listen, you can't make the type of money in the stock market unless you get really lucky that you can in real estate.
Right.
Your best long-term investment is real estate. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that, for sure.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, like, you didn't even give me the address of the duplex of the single family, and I don't really care because I'm looking at it from a cash flow perspective. So I'm looking at, I can see what you've done here on the triplex. I see the condition that it's in. Also, I have confidence based off of what you're telling me with, you have good long-term tenants. You're doing solid background checks. You're making sure that you have the right people in there. So I'm looking at this saying, hey, this is an opportunity for me to come in and have a instant cash flow with these deals. That's what I'm looking for. You know about that. You're a landlord. And then also there might be an opportunity for me to buy more properties from you down the road and also help you move down here to Texas if that's something that you want to do.
I might even be able to find some properties out here for you,
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, let's do this. So I could get you, it would be helpful if I send you whatever you need, so what do you need from me?
I think, why don't I send you over my email? I'll text that over to you, and then I'll text you over my entity that I want on the contract. Let's go ahead and have your realtor send over the contracts to me, okay? And then while she's writing up those contracts, go ahead and send me the address and the pictures that you have of the single family, the duplex. And if you have more of the triplex, go ahead and send those over as well. And once she sends over those contracts, I'll be good to go and get them signed.
Okay, so I'm going to require a good faith deposit.
Yep.
Be sent in also. Typically, something like this, I'd like to see at least $1,000 per property.
Okay.
So we would require that. That'll all be spelled out in the contract that my real estate agent, who is Tiffany Burgess, will send you. She's a very good agent in town. I've done a few properties with her, and I just want to use her because I also believe it's important to feed your small business owner as well. I
couldn't agree more. My parents have been entrepreneurs since the early 90s, and then I picked up right where they left off. And so I appreciate that mindset. And, I don't mind doing business with good people in the local community. So I have no problem with that whatsoever.
What's your first name, sir?
My name is RJ.
RJ, okay.
Yes, sir.
What's that stand for, RJ?
Robert John.
Robert John. All right. And then when you send over your message to me, send the address as well.
Yes, sir.
That can go on the contract. And then I will call Tiffany as soon as I get off the phone with you and talk with her and give her a heads up that I'll be sending over that information for her to, excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm got a little distracted here.
No worries.
For her to get everything over to you. Okay.
Okay. I'll get that sent over to you here in probably the next 10, 15 minutes. Okay.
Yep. And, you know, I'm going to put in my write-up for you. I'll put everything that I know needs to be addressed on those properties so that you have that available, because, you know, any property is going to need something addressed on.
Yes, sir.
But I'll also put what I've done as well, okay?
Sounds good. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Brandon.
All right, I'll look for your text.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a good night. Bye-bye.